he's killing all of the overlords. And let's look and see. Yep, indeed he is. Lalush is supply blocked and killing even more overlords. So this is the real like danger of this build is you're able to not only get good harass and like kill some units and stuff, but you can hunt these overlords down and just destroy them. You can see these overlords running desperately back. Oh no, that is a ton of overlords. If he loses all these, this is going to be really, really bad. You can see right now he's at 101 of. He's trying to build them as quickly as possible. Was barely not supply blocked for a second, but then he got supply blocked again. So, oh man, just losing so many overlords. And look at this. The Protoss going to take a little bit of damage, and look at this. Just going to pull back. Only one Phoenix actually has taken damage. Oh, looks like he may actually lose one. Oh, okay, never mind. There's two that took some damage. But that was a ton of damage done to the Zerg from the Protoss, and it looks like although their supplies are the same right now, it's 100 to 101 at this point, that there's just so much damage being done by these Phoenix, and you can see that Zerg is totally pulled back. If you look at the mini-map, now that the Protoss is now taken out the Zerglings at both towers, the Zerg has no map presence at all. This is his entire thing right here. And so the Protoss, rather, Terran, is able to just continue to get map control, and oh, poor guy, he's going to be dead. Is he capped again? No, no. He's spammed quite a bit to make sure he wasn't supply capped again. But now look at this. Look at all this good scouting and just the amount of harass that he's able to do. And oh, kills another Overlord. And has he lost one yet? No, he hasn't. Still has not lost Phoenix. They're going to let that guy live because they feel bad that they have 75,000 kills. And now it looks like, what is he doing? He's getting Colossus and Void Rays. Also getting plus, is that +1? Yeah, +1 ground weapons. And some Colossus, and he is also getting the extended thermal lance. So Colossus are actually really good against Hydras. So what he's doing with Phoenix is he's forcing Hydras, and then he's going to be pushing with quite a few gateway units and some Colossus as well. And it looks like he's going to be pushing down this lane right here. So he's going to expand right here, which is very sexy cool, along his line of attack, because all of his units are going to be funneling right here, making this expansion incredibly safe. So that's really, really smart to see what Mana is doing. It looks like a little bit of corruption going down. Yeah, a little bit of corruption on some of those Phoenix, but they still be fine. They be alive. I do like this by Lalush. He does have a couple overlords that haven't been killed yet, and he's just kind of chilling at these expansions that, like, this is the natural third for the Protoss to take. So by putting this guy here, he'll know when the expansion comes if he does indeed expand here, and because he's spewing creep, he's gonna have to wait for the creep to leave. So it just slows down the expansion a little bit more. So that's a nice little cool harass he's able to do. And oh goodness gracious, look at this. He's going to go with 4 cannons powered on 1 pylon build, and it looks like the Zerg rather, Lalush, is getting a little antsy in his pantsy, and he wants to get this party going. So here we go. We have, it looks like 2 Colossus, I think like 4 Void Rays. No, 6 Void Rays. Holy crap! And quite a few Stalkers and cannons. And oh, geez. So Mana is just really, really being aggressive with this this expansion. You can see he's able to warp in guys right here. These cannons are going to help finish off the rocks, and this is going to be a really hard place for the Zerg player to defend from even. I mean, he has Corruptors, which are good against the Colossus, but there's so many Phoenix out still, and Phoenix are pretty good against Corruptors. So yeah, you can see the Phoenix just going down instantly, and these Void Rays are going to be doing tons and tons of damage. So oh my goodness, I'm curious to see. Okay, here it goes. And look at these force fields. Very, very nice. Able to split up the 2 armies and make the Roaches at least not be able to fire, although the Hydras with a little bit longer range are able to fire. It looks like the Zerg player has a decent concave going. That's really good. And it looks like, wow, amazingly, he is able to push Mana back, and putting his Roaches here, that's kind of cute, blocks the escape path for a lot of those Stalkers. He's able to kill them. So good job there, able to stay alive, and it looks like Mana, though, is going to be safe as can be right here with a lot of cannons, adding on 1 more even. And oh my goodness, luckiest Colossus ever. He had 1 health left. Oh man. If we look at the supplies now, we have 127 for the Protoss player, and for the Zerg player we have 140. So the Zerg able to just macro his little heart out and really kind of stay even with and even get a little bit ahead as far as supply goes. And now he's going to be pushing a little bit, and these Colossus are just going to be chilling behind the cannons. This is a nice little wall meat shield there. And it looks like, oh, my phone's ringing. I'm sorry. I have to answer later. I'm sorry. Don't hurt me. Okay, back to the game. What I was going to say was Lalush has taken a 4th while this was all happening, and this is very, very good, since Zig always wants to be up Z1 base at least, and it is 3 base on 4 base at this point. Well, actually, if you go by mining bases, it looks like Protoss is mined out of his main, and Zerg is not really, but all of these minerals are really low, so might as well be. You can also see that he's already transferred all of his drones to other places. And ooh, look at this, maybe doing a little bit of pushing out in the middle. Also, Lalush is doing a good job of spreading his creep. I've seen better creep spreads, but holy crap, that was my mouse, I apologize. I've seen better creep spreads, but that's pretty good, considering especially that all the action has been right here. Now, one danger is that he has all of his units here, so if the Protoss pushes right now, he really has nothing, absolutely nothing to defend it. But here he goes. He is going to be attacking the front of Mana's base, and Mana is totally out of position. You can see as my mouse goes on the fritz again that Mana is pulling his guys back as quickly as possible. But this is a lot of Zerg units, and he's able to bust the front easily. That front defense, while I said it was very nice, is only really good for like the beginning to mid-game and for little harass. But for a full-blown army attack, it won't really stop it. So, okay, these Colossus now on the high ground are going to be doing tons of damage here. And these roaches are just sticking around seeing how many worker kills they can in fact get. But he's pretty much sacrificing these roaches at this point. I don't see any possible way that they're getting out of here, considering they're lined up against the back wall here like it's a firing squad assassinating them or something, and they do indeed go down. But that was a really nice poke, and what he did there was he did some damage and he opened up this front area. So now if he was to make like speedlings or something, he could just zippity doo-dah like 6 to 12 speedlings in this way, as there's lots of fighting going on here, and he could actually do some significant damage there. You can see that there's no cannons, there's no anything really. I mean, this is totally vulnerable right now. He has 1 sentry right here, and that's really just going to block the ramp, so he can't get into the main. But this expansion is totally vulnerable, so I'd be interested to see if he just throws a couple of units there during the middle of a battle or something. Mana has relocated his army back to the top, and he did add on another pylon. I was wondering if he was going to do that, because it's kind of embarrassing when you have 17,000 cannons in 1 pylon and they just walk up, kill the pylon, and all those cannons, as sexy as they look, just die. So, getting some more water. Okay, looks like Mana is going to be pushing up again and seeing if he can do some more damage. It's actually really good if he gets this lair, because it's going to reset, or I should say prevent the Zerg from teching to Hive. So here comes a ton of Corruptors, and they are going to do what damage they can and then just get totally owned because of the amount of, let's see, how many Void Rays are there? 5 Void Rays left, and a whole bunch of Colossus doing really good damage to the ground. And that is going to be GG. Great game, guys. Thanks for watching.